Welcome to a day in the life of a designer. You'll be spending the day with me and I'm absolutely delighted to have you along. So I've got my warm lemon juice here, I've got my gym gear on, it's about 7 a.m. and I always like to start my day with a good spin session. So come along, let's get started. Gosh, that was hard work but worth it. That's better. It's breakfast time now. So it's 9 o'clock, which is officially the start of my work day. But I always start with a cup of tea. And this morning I've got some delicious homemade banana bread. So when I'm having my breakfast, I go through my emails that might have come through in the night. And then I also look at my diary. I mean, I love technology, but nothing beats a proper diary with a written down to-do list. So I'll go through that now. Have a look at the projects I need to do today. I try and tend to stick to one project per day. I don't like my mind to be racing between 2 or 3 projects at a time. So today I'm going to get my emails done, do some admin in the morning, and then once that settles down, I will then start on one particular client's project, which is nearly coming to an end. We're at review 3 at the moment. So I'm just doing some tweaks and some final designs. So I'll enjoy my breakfast and I'll get back to you when I start work. Right, I'm off in the car now because twice a week I like to work at a co-working space because working at home is great, but I'm always distracted by the laundry and all that kind of stuff. So when I go to my co-working space, I get so much done. My productivity goes through the roof. So I'm just off in my car. It's about a 10-minute drive into the city and I'll see you when I get there. Whoops, false start. I left my hard drive behind at home and I need that for my project today. So we'll get going in 1 minute. Back in the car now, got my hard drive. I'm just plugging in to CarPlay to see which podcast I'm going to listen to on the way to work. It's going to be, I think, Lady Startup from Mamma Mia. That's kind of short 40-minute podcast, startup stories of people and women specifically who have created their own business. And I find that really inspiring on my drives. Well, I've arrived at my co-working space, just getting out of the lift. And so this co-working space is actually part of a hotel group in Australia, and they open up their lobbies and restaurants during the day for small business owners, solopreneurs, entrepreneurs like me to use their Wi-Fi. We get discounts off food and beverage, and there's a really great little community in here to actually get some work done. So this is where I spend my day. And it overlooks Rushcutters Bay, which is just beautiful. So I can go for a walk at lunchtime. So let me just settle myself down at one of the tables and I'll show you my setup when I'm at my co-working desk. Okay, here I am. I'm fully installed in my beautiful co-working space. As you can see, I've got the lovely park behind me. I've unpacked my iPad Pro, which I absolutely love for drawing and painting on. I've got my Mac, I've got my Bose headphones. So eventually, once I get stuck into work, I always put in some either chill, relax music, or I listen to some YouTube videos. So this is my spot that I work in. Let me just spin it around a bit. It's kind of cool. It's really beautiful. So I absolutely, as you can see, why I adore coming here twice a week, because I get so much work done. There's no kids, there's no husband, because my husband works for himself as well and often works from home. So this is my space where I get so much done. And it's great because there's a bit of a community here. So the founder of Two Space, who runs these co-working spaces out of hotels and restaurants. He works from here, and I get to know quite a few people. I'm quite a chatty person, so I do love to meet people. So this is just a really great mix for me to actually get work done and feel a sense of community, because often when we work alone, we work for ourselves, it's just us, and we might have, connections on Facebook and Facebook groups, but sort of the in-person connection is missing. So I sort of get my fix of people and get some real solid work done here. So I'm going to knuckle down now and I'll show you what I'm up to in a minute. Okay, I've done a couple of hours of work now. Just finished up a logo design. I think it's lunchtime now. I'm going to down tools and take a walk in the park in that beautiful, glorious sunshine outside. I'll see you in a minute. Come with me. Hey there, I'm outside. Look, how beautiful is this? I am so privileged to call this my working space, my office, and it's just great to see the blue twinkling waters. It just makes me feel so inspired, and it's nice to get out of your head really. And when I'm designing, I can get into such a state of flow that the hours just pass, which is great, but then I feel a little bit sort of congested, a bit too much in my head. So it's great to be out here and just enjoy the sunshine. I sometimes take a cheese and ham toastie down here if I've gone to the tennis club and just grabbed a takeaway cheese and ham toastie, but because I had my eggs Benedict about 3 hours ago, I'm not that hungry. I just want to come and enjoy this beautiful, beautiful spot. And then when I go back into my little office space, I shall have a cup of tea and I'll be completely revived to do another few hours of design work. Tea time. Time for a little working break. I'm not gonna lie, I'm leaving like an hour earlier than usual. I've had a little bit of a creative block actually. So coming to the end of a project and I just couldn't stop thinking in circles. So I've decided that I've done enough for today. I was quite productive earlier on, so I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go via the supermarket first because I have a family to feed as well. And then I've got a client call later on this afternoon at home. I made it home. I have a client call in about 10 minutes time. I'm in my dining room right now, and which I don't want to be on my client call, so I'm going to put my backdrop up. See you in a minute. Ta-da! So now I have my beautiful custom on-brand backdrop behind me and not my dining room, which means I can take my client calls anywhere in the house, sometimes in my dining room, sometimes in my kitchen. We moved house last year, 2 years ago actually, so nobody knew that I'd moved house. So I'm going to get ready for my client call now. Here comes my little office cat, my helper. She always manages to know when I'm about to do a client call. She wants to be part of the action. Right, so check out my really fancy setup here. I have a shoebox to put my computer on so that it's at eye level. There's no need for fancy stands, just have a shoebox. Good excuse to go and buy some more shoes. Okay, it's 5:45. I had a great client call. I've got changed out of my clothes into my comfy clothes, and now it is wine o'clock. I always have a glass of wine around about 5:45 every evening, just before I'm about to cook, because it really feels like a commute to me when I'm doing my cooking. It's that separation between my work day and my home day. So I'm not sure what I'm cooking tonight. It's going to be some kind of salad. We have an unexpected guest dropping in this evening. So I'm gonna make a big salad with some pan-fried pork with probably ginger and garlic. I don't ever follow a recipe. I just kind of make it up as I go along. So let's see how it turns out. Cheers. Bon appetit, everyone.
Thanks, Emma. Bon appetit.
I'm being a bit naughty. I'm not supposed to be looking at my emails. It's nearly 9 o'clock at night. But I just checked my email and I may or may not have replied, which I know you shouldn't be replying at night, but I just had to reply. So anyway, I'm just checking my emails and then I'm going to go and start my nighttime routine, which is getting ready for bed and reading my book.
Hi, so it's the end of my day. I've done my journaling. I've got my Kindle here, which I'm about to read. It's bedtime, and I really hope that you've enjoyed joining me on my day as I go through my work day. And I hope to see you soon. Have a great night. Bye-bye.